Yeah, I've really got to figure out how to do shorts. I'm sure it's very easy. I just was upstairs. Well, I'm going to upload it as a video, I guess before this one, or after it. This happens often during this time of the year. You have beautiful skies here, a lot of clouds, but a lot of breaks in the clouds too. So in between those rainstorms, there are some fall colors out there. They're not intense like Eastern Canada, but they're, it's what we've got. Well, it's still beautiful. And then you also have some snow beginning on the mountaintops, and then you have shady areas, splashes of sun here, little bits of shade there. Beautiful structure. It doesn't present to you maybe the perfect composition. I don't care. It's just so stunning when you see it. So I just had to do that. That video is, I don't know what it's going to be, 20 seconds long or something. But okay, back to this. I had a funny notion. A quick drawing on there. I'm getting rid of it. I have no use for it. But it was a thought, so I scratched it out with charcoal. After this morning's video, I had to go for a doctor's appointment. So I did that. I don't have a cell phone, so I have nothing to scroll through and look at while I'm sitting in the waiting room. So you know how you go into the main waiting room and then after that you get called into the small individual room that you wait for your doctor to come into? Well, I brought a little sketch pad with me because at least you got some privacy there. I don't like sketching in front of other people. Well, on camera maybe, but not live. So that's what I did. Sat in there and just put some ideas on paper. None of them turned out good as a sketch in themselves. They're just ideas. That's really all they are, Nothing special about them. They're just thoughts, but they're the genesis of every painting, Thoughts and shapes, and you put them together, and with some luck, and a bit of perseverance, sometimes you can end up with something worth painting. So, I've been to the doctor many times. I go there, well, regularly, and but I've always stood around reading the medical paraphernalia. The brochures and all that other stuff. And I actually had the presence of mind this time to say, no, take a little sketch pad and try to come up with something while you're there. So that's what I did. And it gave me some thoughts, gave me some ideas. I'm not going to show you because they're extremely rough. There's nothing beautiful about what I drew. Those are just for me. Just putting in a few lines and some ideas here and there. Boy, that's these brushes are very small and very weak. Do I have too much paint on here? Maybe I do. I have some Winton student quality burnt sienna on here. I also have some, what is it? Lucas Studio. I imagine it's student quality. I don't know, it doesn't really say on here. And the Winton student quality stuff has far better coverage, more intense chroma. I quite like it. But anyway, I'm just about out of my burnt sienna, and I ordered some, and they told me at the art store that, well, shipping is very unreliable these days, and I'm familiar with that. She said it might come in at the end of last week. It did not, so hopefully it comes in this week sometime. Because I do like those. I don't like runny pigments, but I do like pigments that actually have some pigment in them, and not just filler. Let's put it that way, shall we? This brush is going to get on this thing anyway, so why not just just do the deal. I want to make sure I don't leave any areas of thick paint on here. That all has to be very watered down. Alright. As you can see, my plan is for a vertical painting. My thoughts are for a vertical painting. I did one a little while ago that was just, there was a certain light in the mountains pretty close to me, and I just loved it. It was so mysterious and so dark. I ended up making, I think it might have even been another 20 by 16 canvas. I don't remember, but I thought when I was done that one, I thought to myself, I'm gonna revisit that notion, because it was too beautiful. And it's not bright and cheerful. It's just mysterious and stunning and ethereal. You know, it didn't have a lot of hard lines in it. It was all very soft. It also was done at, I don't know if it was spring or fall, but that time of the year where you get a lot of vapors coming off the mountains locally, and they become clouds, and they're all in different layers with different ways of lighting, different ways that the sun hits it. It's just stunning. Anyway, that's my thought right now. We're going to try and go for it again. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a knife painting. I want to be free to just do knifey things. Is that a word? Okay, maybe, okay. Stop worrying about it if I'll just do that. And let's just do that. There we go. That's good enough. We'll see what happens. Don't know. Anyway, happy to have that grain elevator done. Happy to have an idea for a new one. And I think I'm happy with the idea of playing with a knife again. The knife is a great break from the brush, and the brush is a great break from the knife. Sometimes I combine the two a little bit, but usually if I'm going to do a knife painting, I'll just use the brush in a few spots. If I'm doing a brush painting, which is mostly done with a paintbrush, I will never use a knife to accentuate a couple of areas. It looks too much like a cheesy, touched up print, you know? So I like that consistency of, well, I like the technique throughout the painting to appear congruous with itself, to be comfortable with itself. A consistency of technique throughout. Anyway, see you soon.